Nurture and support. Nurture and support. This is a podcast theme song. And it's really short.
Nurture and support begins in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nurture and Support. I am, as always, Mel at Karmic9.
Hi everybody, it's Kelly Toole at KELLYTHUL on Twitter, and glad to be back here for another episode of Nurture and Support.
Yes, we're still back. We're here.
Yes, believe it or not. As a reminder, Mr. Shivers at the end of our show gives you all the different ways you can connect to us. What you need to do, whatever medium you choose, make sure you stick with it all the way to the end, because our good friend Mel on occasion will throw in a little Easter egg or goodie, either an outtake from the show or other surprising things. So it's not every episode, but there's a few. So make sure when you're listening, we hope you do, stay all the way to the end.
Yeah, sometimes they're at the very end. Sometimes they're right before the contact information. Sometimes they're in between the contact information and the very end. So you never know, but it's always towards the end. So skip over what we talk about just to get to the end so that you can hear the Easter egg.
Yeah, we'll get the view on YouTube. Anyway.
Right. So I guess I will go ahead and kick us off. I hope you stay to Kelly's recommendation and I don't run all of you off with this one. But this is something that I only recently found out about because I guess, I'm slow. Kelly and I have talked in the past about digital movies, redeeming your ultraviolet codes and things like that. We've never really talked in depth about it, but I know it's been mentioned before. And I always said I never have a problem with that. Well, I was going through my DVD collection, trying to pull some of the DVDs out because I have a really bad habit of buying some that then I never get around to redeeming the code, and they do expire. So that's the way that I thought it worked. But when you buy those cheap DVDs at Walmart that say that they have a digital copy, they don't work that way, and I didn't know that. I assumed that there was a code in there that you go to ultraviolet and you redeem, but that's not the way it works. So imagine my vast irritation when I opened up some of these and realized that you had to have your receipt to get your digital copy. So I was mad. I was very mad.
Well, you had those all filed away alphabetically somewhere. You could easily just pull them right up, correct?
Yeah, no. Walmart receipts end up at the bottom of my car, and they get put directly in the dumpster. Yeah. So, and some of these DVDs were like months old. I have no way. So, I'm going to tell you something I found out in trying to figure out that situation. It tells you right on the little sticker on the label what you're supposed to do, but I didn't read it because, why should I? I knew how to do it. So, what you have to do to get your free digital movie when you buy these at particularly Walmart, some of you may not know, or you may, that the service VUDU, VUDU, that is digital movies, that's owned by Walmart. That's one of Walmart's. I've used that for years. I don't actually buy movies from it, but usually when I redeem ultraviolet movies, I redeem them to VUDU because VUDU's on everything. It works really well everywhere I've tried it. My Blu-ray, all of my Blu-ray players, my TV, all of the different tablets that I've had, VUDU works great. So that's usually where I push all of my movies, and I also like to have them all in the same place. So when you get these movies at Walmart, they also redeem to your VUDU account. But Walmart has this nifty little app called the Savings Catcher app. And if you've never used it, you do need that app to redeem your movies. Now, you don't actually have to have a Walmart.com account to redeem your movies. You do have to have a VUDU account. But what I found in having to download that app to get my movies, when you scan your Walmart receipt, which there's a little QR code at the bottom, and this is the only place I've ever found QR codes useful. There's a QR code at the bottom of your receipt that this app reads in a second and imports your entire receipt into the app, and then it compares everything that you bought to sale prices and all of the other local stores around you, and you get the best price, so they give you money back. Now, it just sort of accumulates in your account. You do have to have a Walmart.com account for this, but I've only known about this for a couple of weeks. I have $7.62 of money back. That's like free money, y'all. But I thought that was a neat little aspect of it. I haven't tried to redeem anything. I think you can redeem it to gift cards from what it says, but I haven't tried to do it. I only have $7.62. However, what I found earlier this week when I went to Walmart is that if you open that app while you're at the store, you can scan stuff to find out the price while you're there. You know how annoying it is that there are no prices at Walmart and you have to wander around looking for one of those scanning machines? You can use the app to do that. So I guess in all, my recommendation here would have to be, I guess, for the Savings Catcher app, though I think this is a really cool idea that pretty much all the stores need to kind of do, because that price scanner is really invaluable because so many stores don't have pricing on the shelves. I don't know why, but it's very irritating to me. So I bought a plant when I was at Walmart. It's plant season. I bought a plant.
A plant. I thought you said a planet. And I missed the planet aisle.
Soon we will be able to buy planets through Walmart, I'm sure.
That'll be good.
However, I bought a plant. And of course, it wasn't marked, like nothing ever is. And I pulled out my little app and scanned it, and there it was right there. It told me right off the bat how much this plant was. I was amazed. It actually worked. So I like it when things work the way they're supposed to work, and especially that it's at Walmart, a place none of us like to go to, but many, many, many of us end up there every week for one reason or another. So the Savings Catcher app has lots of cool things like that. Hey, you might even get a few bucks back, especially if you're buying, if you're buying the generic brand of stuff, you're not going to get as much in the Savings Catcher because that's a Walmart specific brand and it won't be on sale anywhere else. But, I buy a lot of Green Giant vegetables and I got like $4 back on just one trip off of frozen vegetables because they were on sale at some other store and I happened to have bought them at Walmart. And I got the other store's price. And it was actually a store I'd never heard of. So that was weird because I didn't even know where there was one around where I could have gone to buy them cheaper anyway. I am not a coupon clipper. I don't like making 8 million trips to different stores. So that's why a lot of times I end up buying stuff at Walmart instead of making the trip the other direction. Like I said, y'all, I live in a rural area. My options are not big. So it's pretty cool. I like digging through the bargain bin DVD bin at Walmart for good deals. In fact, I got Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2 for $7, and I got a digital download of both of them with that. So that was just this week. And I had to dig. I had to dig really deep because once I found that, I was with my brother at the store, and he had to have one too. So I had to dig through that bin forever to find a second copy. But that was a pretty good deal. I love those movies. And they never show Jeepers Creepers, hardly. Jeepers Creepers 2 comes on occasionally, but the first one I haven't seen on TV in a long time. So the Savings Catcher app from Walmart only works at Walmart, but it's got all sorts of cool things in there. And if you're a Walmart shopper, then you might want to check it out because I hadn't.
But so you're saying you don't have to have, and of course I'm sure all our listeners do have Walmart account IDs, whatever, log on to Walmart. But you're saying as long as you have a
you
Voodoo
do not for the movies, for the DVDs, you do not have to have a Walmart account. You do have to have a Voodoo account though. If you already store your movies in the Voodoo service, if you redeem your ultraviolet digital movies, it asks you where you want to put them. You link accounts to your ultraviolet, and Voodoo is one of the options. It's been around since they first started doing all of that. Back when I started using it, I had no idea it was a Walmart specific type thing. I knew that it was an app on my Blu-ray player, and that's why I started using it. I had no other idea what it was about. So I started moving them over to my Voodoo account, and then found out later that that is actually owned by Walmart, but it works well, so I have no complaints with that app. You do have to have a Voodoo account to redeem your movies. You don't have to have a Walmart account to redeem your movies, but if you are going to use the Savings Catcher and that sort of stuff, you do have to have a Walmart account. You just go to the website and you log in, you sign up. That's all it is. You probably don't need that for the price checker, but I'm already logged in, so it doesn't ask me to do anything. And unlike a lot of these apps out there, this one has kept me logged in through a couple of updates, because right now I couldn't tell you what my password is. So if I had to log in while I was at Walmart, I wouldn't know it.
Yeah, it's one of my many problems in my travails of ultraviolet voodoo account. I think I've got one, but it's all murky to me and whatever else. So those are hassles. But that sounds actually really cool. And I need to get my stored media house in order one of these days. Maybe this is a path forward there. Maybe I'll get some savings on some stuff. So
it could work. And hey, it might you can get those gift cards and you get cheaper gas from what I understand at Walmart. I've never been one to utilize that, but I have friends who go into Walmart specifically to buy the gift cards, and they get cheaper gas if you're using one of the Walmart gift card things. Your gas is cheaper at the Walmart gas station thing, but I don't know. Their gas station is out of the way for me. There's one much closer to my house.
So the main takeaway here is Mel's rolling in it now. She's got money coming in all over the place.
That's right. I have $7.62, y'all.
Independently wealthy. Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's not going to scare anyone away. That was a great recommendation.
No, they're just bored. They heard Walmart and they checked out.
But they heard money. Money too.
And they checked back in.
That's right. Always good there. So sadly, my recommendation will not put any money in your pocket. The good news is it won't take any money out of your pocket either, because it's available for free on YouTube. And it is Star Wars 2.5. And what Star Wars 2.5 is if you go between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, that's the time frame this takes place in. And some of you may remember, or maybe not, of the many different iterations of Clone Wars that we've had on television. One of the first ones to come out was an animated series on the Cartoon Network. It ran starting in 2003. It ran for 3 years, and they were originally just little 3-minute segments that would run. The first 2 seasons were 10 shows of these 3-minute segments that were kind of telling different bits and pieces of the Clone Wars, leading all the way up to Palpatine being kidnapped. Spoiler, Palpatine being kidnapped, and Obi-Wan and Anakin needing to go save him. So it's that time frame. The primary animation wizard behind all of this is Genndy Tartakovsky. I will do my best there.
Okay.
He is also the brains behind Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, cool.
And also the brains behind Samurai Jack. And if you look at the styling of the Clone Wars characters, they're not quite. I mean, you can almost see a little Dexter mojo in the background of it. You can definitely see a lot of Samurai Jack background in there. So it's quasi anime, but it's really kind of interesting. I liked them, but it was these like little couple-minute segments, and they would air them at weird times, and so I had never really had a chance to kind of take it all in. I probably could have dug through a Walmart discount bin and saved some money and see if I could have found it. But somebody took the time to string all the episodes together, put an opening crawl on it, credits at the end, and basically package it like a movie. So you're able to get the first 2 seasons are these 10 shows of 3 minutes. The last one, I think, was around 8 episodes, but they were each 12 minutes each. So this runs under 2 hours, but it's more than an hour there. But it basically strings all the storylines along. So you get the whole kind of Clone Wars activity from the end of Attack of the Clones to right before Revenge of the Sith begins. So you get Grievous. You get a lot of Asajj Ventress, who I don't know if she'll ever make appearance in kind of the main universe, but probably one of the coolest looking Siths there were.
Yeah.
Double wielded lightsabers. She gets a lot of bandwidth. She's there with Dooku, so you get a lot of the interplay of Dooku training her, and that's interesting. You know, she made her way back into I don't know what you call the other version of the Clone Wars that came out afterwards, but she's heavily featured in that as well. But this is where you kind of get her. C-3PO in this has animated expressive eyes.
Oh,
so,
that could be scary.
Yeah, it is a little bit, and done for a couple reasons. The one, there was the 1980 Droids cartoon that I think ran where C-3PO had animated expressive eyes, and in the Star Wars Christmas special, the Boba Fett cartoon, C-3PO also.
I've missed all these cartoons. I'm a bad little Jedi Sith person. I've missed all these cartoons.
Well, so all you're going to need to do is go to YouTube and search Star Wars II.V, and you're going to be able to kind of enjoy the whole kind of set piece from there. And then, of course, now droids, I've never seen droids, but I have seen, because who hasn't tried to find the Star Wars Christmas special? Because it's
Trying to find it. Try to forget it.
Block it. It is something. We should do like a rabbit live view of that. and
I have not seen that since I was a child, but there are some scenes from it that haunt me still.
Yeah, there's with with kind of the old Wookiee and him watching some stuff. It just seemed wrong.
The Wookiee bothered me.
It was creepy. I will give you, the whole Wookiee family dynamic seemed wrong to me on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
But you won't get that. You will get Chewbacca in Samurai Jack Dexter Laboratory kind of thing. But it's fun. It is pretty cool storyline. It's kind of fun to watch. It's interesting to see it kind of depicted, because this is really the only run of Star Wars that was done this way. Now, the later computer rendered Clone Wars took hints from this. Elements of it took some of the edges off of it, but there are elements of it that kind of carried forward as well into that. But this is really cool. Like I said, I had been hunting and pecking and finding different pieces of it here and there, and then I came across this and was like, well, good. Now I can finally see the whole thing, because what I had never gotten to was, Grievous has a cough at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. This covers how that happened.
Oh.
So you get some. That's late. It's late in the show, but you get to kind of see what's going on from there. Cool. And I think this comes more from the Samurai Jack model, but it's also just super interesting. All the clone troopers, most of their talking occurs through hand signals, and so there's whole shows where about 50% of it is 2 fingers up, point this way, and that's this way, and you just but it's kind of cool. So if you're a Star Wars fan, it's fun. It's an interesting animation style. It's free. It's all together. It's Star Wars 2.5, and you can get it on the YouTube. So that would be my recommendation for this week.
That's really cool. I have a lot of knitting to do, so I will sit there and watch that while I'm knitting.
That'll be good, and you don't have to go through 3-minute episodes and advance it, because someone took the time to string it all together for you.
Cool. That sounds really cool. I don't know where I was when all of this was happening, but I missed all that.
It was fun. I enjoyed it, but man, it was just tough, because it was always, they'd air it like late at night, and it's a 3-minute window to catch it for most of it. So I was like, sometimes it happened, sometimes it did.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess that means it's time for social media. And shocker of shockers, I have one this week.
That is a shocker. What a pleasant surprise, Mel. Do tell.
I have one. I actually came across this account this morning because one of my awesome people that I follow retweeted it, and I realized I didn't follow this account. And it's awesome. When Kelly sees this account, he's going to go crazy, y'all. It is called Black Metal Cats, and the Twitter handle is @EvilBMCats. So evil Black Metal Cats. And the tweet I saw this morning is of one of those scary hairless cats that, kind of look like Dobby from Harry Potter. And with his face all screwed up, sniffing a flower. And the caption reads, "In this rotting forest, in this eternal darkness, hear the moaning voice, feel the cold breath." So it's kind of like black metal lyrics to pictures of cats. And there are actually some really beautiful cats in this Twitter feed with very interesting captions. So I think all of you will actually enjoy this account. So it's Black Metal Cats @EvilBMCats. And they're not in English. The tweets are usually in English, but there are some that are not. It is not an American account.
What nationality is it?
I don't have it up. I think it's German. If I had to guess. I didn't look. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'll be following. That'll be fun.
I'll put this one I just read on the blog post because the picture of this cat is just freaking awesome. I love it. He's so scary. Sniffing a flower. So do you have one this week?
I do indeed. So I've been recommending kind of artists on occasion. I'm going to do that again. And this artist's name is Jody Payne, and her handle is at JODIPAYNE art, ART. So Jody Payne Art. Like a couple of the artists I've recommended and follow, she's an artist and a cosplayer. So you get a lot of cosplay ideas, and so she's done some pretty clever stuff there, and you get some of her art as well. Super nice, fun on Twitter, interactive. So when you're looking to add a nice mix of cats reciting black metal lyrics, followed by either some interesting art or cosplay, we've just set you up.
Cool. I always like cosplay stuff. In fact, I retweeted one that someone retweeted into my timeline that was a family doing an awesome, the whole family, mom, dad, and 3 kids as characters from The Fifth Element.
Oh, nice.
Which is one of my favorite movies.
What were the kids dressed as from The Fifth Element?
There was a baby in being pulled in a wagon that was Lilu. Let's see. Dad was Corbin. Mom was Plava Laguna. One of the kids was Ruby Rod. And nice. The other kid was, I'm having an old moment, Gary Oldman's character.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. Oh, he's awesome, though. Yeah, I loved him in that movie. Yeah,
so it was great. Cosplay is awesome. Yeah. That was a great family.
The Lilu costume is an interesting one because really it is only acceptable to put that on an infant or someone of age, and nothing in between.
Yes, they had a little orange wig on her. She was being pulled. Dad was pulling her in a wagon. It was awesome.
So cool. Excellent. Yeah, that's good stuff. Hey, so speaking of people who look like Dobby, we're going to hand it over to Matt, who's going to give you all the information on how you can connect to Nurture and Support through iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, etc. And see you next week.
Sorry, Matt.
You can contact us on our website, nurtureandsupport.net, or email us at nurtandsupp@gmail.com. That's NURTANDSUPP@gmail.com. Or tweet us at nurtandsupp on Twitter.
I'm getting an echo.
Nurturing and supporting Journey.